SJ, welcome to Mvskoke Radio, your weekly source for tribal and community news, interesting guests and discussions, plus a local events calendar. We have had a wonderful lineup today. We're going to be speaking with folks who are putting on the Pecan Festival here in downtown Okmulgee. And if you've been down here, you might have noticed some of the rides and things, vendors' booths going up and streets being blocked off. We have Patricia Killian, who's actually from the Mvskoke Creek Nation in the Conservation District Office. And Kay Rabbit Brower.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay, you're there, aren't you? Then? Okay. We have gotten some of their time here today to talk about the upcoming festival. And so, if Kay, would you introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, I am Kay Rabbit Brower, and I am the executive director of the Okmulgee Chamber of Commerce, and we are who is hosting the Pecan Festival every year.
And
I'm Patricia
Patricia,
Killian.
thank you.
I work for the Mvskoke Nation in the Conservation District, and I am the representative for the nation on the Chamber of Commerce. And I'm really proud that the Mvskoke Nation is the sponsor of the Pecan Festival this year.
Now, is this the first time the tribe has been in collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce for this event?
No, it is not. I think they have sponsored other areas before. I'll let Kay speak to that.
Yes, the nation has always partnered with us and been involved in the Pecan Festival, but this year the nation chose to be the main sponsor. So we are just terribly excited about that and delighted to be partnering with the tribe in this event.
You know, we've seen a lot of this kind of thing happening in the past few years where the tribe and the community have gotten together on several important fun events and some, health-related kinds of things. A real spirit of cooperation I've been seeing developing and getting stronger.
Yes.
Yes.
So proud. I'm an Okmulgee, grew up in Okmulgee. I'm an Okmulgee Bulldog. I'm a Mvskoke Nation citizen, so I'm really excited about this working together and the cooperation between the Chamber and the nation.
Yeah,
and we're very excited about it. Like Patricia, I was born and raised here, so Okmulgee's home, and like she and I have been visiting about in the past, this is an event that we put on for the Okmulgee area residents to foster a sense of community and to be an activity that everyone looks forward to every year. So the people we target are Okmulgee area residents, and the majority of them are also members of the Mvskoke Nation. So it's same folks.
Okay, well, let's see. I had a flyer here, and I think I laid it down in front of Kelly, and she just wandered down the hall with it. But
Well, Gary, I'd like to. You're saying the flyer, so on Thursday evening on the opening ceremonies, I know we're going to have the Mvskoke Nation Honor Guard, and then my mom, Pearl Thomas, will be singing the national anthem in the Mvskoke language, and then we'll have welcomes from Chief Hill and Mayor Larrabee. So.
Yes, and the new royalty will be with us for that also. We're pretty excited about that.
well, guess what? They're going to be on the phone with me right after you all are finished.
Okay.
So we're trying to really stay current here with today's program.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people are looking forward to coming down and enjoying the rides and things. So let's get a feel. Thank you. Oh, Kelly, you're wonderful. Thank you so much. That was Kelly Love from Tradio. The streets are blocked off, of course, and then rides and things are set up. So let's start there. If someone was interested in coming down, they or just getting through town, they need to know what streets are blocked off and perhaps where the parking might be available.
Okay. We are required by the Oklahoma Department of Transportation to kind of reroute some of our traffic because of Main Street, 6th Street being a highway. So at 6th and Mvskoke, the street is closed there, and you have to either go north or south to continue west on downtown. And Main Street, 6th Street, is blocked all the way from Mvskoke to Okmulgee Street. Like I said, some of that's because of the Department of Transportation, but right downtown, it's because that's where the carnival has set up. It goes from Morton west to Okmulgee, and then from 6th Street north to just about 5th Street on Morton. So coming into town, you can see the Ferris wheel from either direction, and that's kind of fun. Today, we are blocking off the area right downtown so that we can start moving things in. We're going to be hopefully setting up the fish scramble pool today. The stage is going to be moving in. The inflatables are going to be arriving tomorrow. Everything will be set up and ready to go by 5 p.m. Thursday when the festival kicks off. But a lot of downtown is closed today. So you kind of have to pay attention to that and park on the side streets and in some of the parking lots downtown behind Maybury Bank and over kind of on 5th Street there's some additional parking, some places like that. So you kind of, and we apologize for that, but there's no way around it. And it's just this 1 week out of the year or so. But yeah, you may have to do a little extra walking for a few days.
That's okay. I think people will appreciate the fact that it's down there. Yeah. And so I guess a quick point of reference, if you're thinking about coming anywhere near the council house downtown, you're going to run into this.
Yes, everything around the council house is blocked beginning today.
Okay. Well, this being a festival, let me ask you this question, something that intrigues me. Pecans. Why pecans? Is it a season?
No, actually, this is the off season. So you're not the first one to ask me that question. we get that almost every year. A lot of the times we will be asked why we're doing it in the summer, in the heat of the year, instead of postponing it until the fall, which is traditionally, when you think about pecans. The story I was told, because when I was growing up, our community event was the powwow, and then that ceased to exist, and we didn't have anything for a while, and then the Pecan Festival was born because the Oklahoma Pecan Growers Association naturally meets during their off season, which is this time of the year, and they were meeting in Okmulgee, and so to welcome them to Okmulgee and let them know that we were glad they had chosen to meet here, the Pecan Festival was born. It was kind of a way just to welcome them to Okmulgee, and kind of picked up some steam and developed, and it became what it is today.
Oh, amazing. Here's a side question. We've heard of a lot of Oklahoma agriculture being hit pretty hard by the weather.
Oh, and,
yeah. Like Porter's got wiped out for their peach festival. Now, has that affected any of the growers, pecan growers here?
The pecan growers that I've talked to have said it has not been a good year for the last couple of years. So trying to find pecans has been a bit of a challenge. We're working with OSUIT's Culinary Arts Department to make a giant pecan brittle this year. It's not going to be the 40-foot pecan pie that we've had in the past, simply because we kind of felt like we had been there, done that. But this pecan brittle that we're making is, the pan is about 8 feet by 4 feet, and we were fortunate enough that we were able to get the pecans from a local grower. We got them from Walker Pecans, which is Beverly and Bobby Walker out west of town. And the pecan brittle has taken 80 to 90 pounds of pecans, and we felt very fortunate to be able to find those.
So this is about the size of a pool table, at least?
Yes, pool table, conference table.
Table,
yeah. And our plan is to get this first one under our belt this year. And then after the Pecan Festival, we are going to contact the Guinness World Book of Records folks and see if they will come next year and certify that ours is the world's largest pecan brittle. And as you can imagine, that process takes a few months.
Sure.
So that's why we're going to start after the Pecan Festival in hopes that we can get them here next year. But we wanted to get the first one under our belt and see what we knew what we were doing. And then, but that's where we hope to go with the pecan brittle.
Another in my series of odd questions, how many people would that feed?
I don't know. We will find out. We are making little 8-ounce bags of the pecan brittle, and I've tasted it. They have given me some samples, and it is really good.
It's
so
very good.
you're going to want to get some of that. But we're fixing 8-ounce bags, and I'm trying to remember. Chef Grady Perriman and Chef Ron LaRue are the ones we're working with. And I can't remember how many hundreds of bags they said that was going to produce. I want to say between 200 and 300, if I can remember correctly.
Wow.
So yeah, and we will be. They are making some today and tomorrow that they're going to bag up that we can sell. But now Saturday morning they are going to be downtown here on 7th Street making a big batch and pouring it out on the pan. And once that hardens, then we're going to break that up and sell it. We'll be selling those at the chamber booth in front of what was the dowry downtown. So they're just going to be $5 a bag. So you're going to want to come and get those because it really is very good pecan brittle.
Well, I imagine dozens of people walking around with their teeth stuck together.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, there's one customer right there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a pretty big deal, I think, in drawing the attention of our community. And the tribe has weighed in pretty heavily with being a prime sponsor. What was the incentive behind that? Did you talk to the chief or somebody else come up with the idea? How'd that happen?
Well, I visited with Kay, and we were just talking about how can we, work together between the chamber and the nation. So yes, we did have a meeting with Chief Hill and Second Chief Beaver, and I brought in our Ryan Logan with the tourism department, and we just talked about how can we work together. This is the capital for Mvskoke Nation, so we just wanted to create a good working relationship between the two organizations, and like I mentioned earlier, when you're a citizen and you're actually from here, I'm really proud that we're taking this chance and working together.
Yeah.
Now, will the tribe be putting in any other resources? Like, will Light Horse show up to help with traffic and things, or any tribal programs setting up booths and things like that?
We will have we will have some citizens that will come and set up demonstrations. So if you the rides or things like that doesn't interest you, we will have John Brown with setting up his traditional weapon display, and Brittany, and I'm sorry Brittany if I messed your name up, Cuvez, who will be doing a basket weaving and corn husk doll demonstrations. And also we will have the council house will be open that day for people to go in and visit.
Oh yeah,
And
it'd
the
be a perfect
traditional
opportunity. Excuse me.
Traditional weaponry?
Yes.
Did you mention that?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
So we're talking bows and arrows, war club, this sort of thing.
Yes, and I'm not sure if he'll be doing demonstrations also, or he'll just have a display up. But it should be interesting to go by and see those booths.
That's going to be on the grounds of the council house on Saturday.
Just
Yeah.
a morbid thought there was demonstrations of weaponry. Come here, Ben. Stick your head out here.
And they will be doing that Friday and Saturday.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Okay, a wonderful
Yeah.
opportunity for
Yeah.
the community children, our own kids, to come see what was such important part of our culture.
And like I say, the council house is going to be open on Saturday, and as you can imagine, that's going to be our most heavily attended day. And I really encourage folks to tour the council house. If you have not done so since the tribe completed the remodeling of it and everything, I really encourage people to do that. That's a fantastic museum, and I think it tells the story of the Mvskoke Nation very, very well. I think it's really
Yes.
impressive. As a museum, I would put it up against just about any museum in the country. So if you have not toured the council house, please take that opportunity
Yeah,
Saturday to do
I
that.
actually was around when the opening ceremonies for the council house were taking place, and I agree, I was impressed with the displays and the work and the information that was being shared. But as a Creek citizen, as I walked around, I thought, I could feel a sense of history there.
Yeah,
It's like our
exactly.
kinfolk were there, and they debated the questions of the day. They were talking with each other about the future, making decisions there. It's like it was alive for me.
Exactly. We for a conference that we were going to be working with. My mom came down to the council house a few weeks ago, and they recorded her singing the national anthem. And then we went inside the council house and did an interview. We were talking about, what's your early memories of that. And she was telling us that they used to come in on their wagon, and and the council house was a kind of a gathering place, for the citizens, to get together. And she was just recalling some of her early memories.
hmm
So,
That's such a wonderful thing to have recalled. This has nothing to do with our discussion, but I remember riding with one of my mother's uncles in a mule drawing wagon.
right.
Wow.
And it shows you how old I am. But that sensation as we were going down the street and then cars would pass us, and I felt, well, I'm lucky because I'm in this really cool wagon. You guys have to use the car.
Yeah.
And thought it was just something that was disappearing so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the subject, we've got a list of some of the events and things that are going to be happening there. Can you share part of that?
Well, of course, we've got the carnival rides, and that's a big draw. We have wristband night Thursday night, so you can buy a wristband for $25 and ride the rides from 5 until 10 when the carnival shuts down. We have a few of those left for sale at the chamber office, but if you think you want one, I would really encourage that you go to either Mabry's Big Bank downtown or the drive-through bank on 8th Street. Mabry Bank is sponsoring the wristbands this year, and they're selling them there, and you can get those through Thursday. We have food vendors. I think we have about 11 or 12 food vendors of all different types. We also have what we call arts and crafts vendors, and that's just anybody that's not a food vendor, and we have close to 60 of those.
Oh my!
And I think we will probably exceed that because we are getting phone calls every day of people asking if it's too late, and of course we tell them it's not. Come right on. So we'll have a lot of that. We've got a kids zone which has 3 big inflatables plus a water slide. We're going to have a dunk tank. We are lining up folks that you can throw balls at and dunk. So if you've got somebody you want to dunk, let me know, and I'll reach out and see if we can't schedule them. We're bringing back the fish scramble. If you are as old as me and remember the powwow, we had the fish scramble there. So we tried a small one last year, but we're making this one a lot more like the fish scramble of former years. Right now, though, we have a little bit of a snafu. We need about 60 to 65 square hay bales, and the supplier that we thought we had is not going to be able to provide them.
Oh, no.
So if somebody has 60 to 65 square bales of hay that they would like to donate, please call the chamber because we'd like to visit with you. But that'll be fun. We've got 3 categories there, 2 different age groups for kids, and then an adult group. And we've got a bunch of carp that are going to be the fish, and if you know anything about carp, they can fight back.
Yeah.
So this should be entertaining. We have the water ball challenge that the Okmulgee Fire Department is taking care of for that. That's a fun event to watch, but it's also going to be nice to be sitting there and get a little bit wet because, as you know, Oklahoma this time of year is pretty hot, so that's a way to cool off. We have a cornhole tournament this year. Jared and Carrie Bean are going to be taking care of that for us. Entry fee is $40 per team. And I think that's going to be a fun event this year that people are going to look forward to. We've got live entertainment on Friday and Saturday nights. Thursday night is open mic night. If you want to entertain the group, bring your guitar or whatever, or if you're a comedian and just want to have open mic night or whatever, that's going to be taken care of down on the stage. So just an awful lot of activities. We're selling T-shirts this year along with hats. Also, we've got some of the Life in Okmulgee mugs that we are selling. We've got koozies. We have Tavern 56 is going to be providing administering the beer garden for us. The farmers market is going to be there Friday and Saturday mornings from 8 until 1 o'clock also, which is kind of their normal hours, but they're going to be there both Friday and Saturday. Turtle races, which are going to be promoted and taken care of by the Lions Club. The Rotary Club with South County Law Firm is going to be doing the pet parade Saturday morning. If you haven't been to see the pet parade, you need to come down and see that. That is just the cutest thing with these little kids and their animals, and a lot of them will decorate dress up their animals, and it is just the cutest thing. So come down and see the pet parade if you haven't done that before. That's a lot of fun.
So it's not just dogs and cats. We're talking goats,
we'll come
calf,
up.
whatever.
Yeah, fish, lizards, just all kinds of things.
Hey, let's parade my lizard.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. Justice Fit is also sponsoring our 5K run and obstacle course, and that's going to be a fun event. You won't see me participating in that one, but there are some other people, and it's a little bit different than just a run this year. Chris has gotten it where it's going to. There's also some obstacle course parts of it, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So we have tried very hard to make it 3 days of lots of fun activities, and as you can imagine, for an event this size, it can't be pulled off with just one person. So I have to say that I am truly appreciative of the fantastic Pecan Festival committee I have, and Patricia serves on that also. But those folks have given very generously of their time and talents, and I truly do appreciate them.
Definitely. That's what I wanted to thank ahead of time, all the volunteers that will be at the Pecan Festival, giving up their time, and also thanking all the sponsors. We had several sponsors this year. But one other group I wanted to mention was the College of the Mvskoke Nation will also have a booth set up during the Pecan Festival. So
and they have volunteers too. Some of the students are volunteering, and we're delighted to be working with them also.
Wasn't there another gentleman that you wanted to mention?
Oh, Ken Anderson, yes. He is the Emergency Management Director for the City of Okmulgee. Ken is one of those people that is always in the background. He's always behind the scenes, but I know it sounds somewhat cliche to say I couldn't have done it without him, but I am sincere. We could not do the Pecan Festival were it not for Ken Anderson, and I truly appreciate him, and I appreciate the City of Okmulgee letting him give so much of his time to this effort.
I was just started thinking I couldn't have done him without.
Well,
just teasing.
Yeah.
Now we have a few minutes left here to wrap up the logistical information here. Let's go over time, dates, locations, and anything else you want to share. Oh, by the way, you mentioned a beer garden, and I'm presuming that's under restrictions of Oklahoma beverage laws.
Yes, you have to be, naturally you have to be 21 to enter, you have to be 21 to buy any of the alcohol. They cannot sell it to you unopened. So you have to stay there and drink it, or you can't, buy something and walk off with it. So, but it's going to be taken care of in front of Tavern 56, and Tavern 56 is operating that for us.
So someone could have a cold one when they're
Oh, sure, yeah.
sitting around.
Sure.
Let me ask you about security and safety and this kind of thing. It's always a huge consideration for people who attend and for children.
Yes.
What kind of arrangements have you got put together for security?
We are working with the Okmulgee Police Department. They will be patrolling. They'll be visible throughout the hours that the festival is open. We also have some off-duty police officers who are going to be providing security after the event is closed in the evening, so to protect the equipment and the vendors' booths and that kind of thing. What we call Command Central, which is the kind of the headquarters for the Pecan Festival, is going to be in the former Dowry building. So that's also where we'll be lost and found. If you have gotten separated from your child, that's where you need to come, and we will certainly notify the police department and start looking for the child. We'll, put it out on our PA system and everything like that. So we take the security very seriously. We work really well with the Okmulgee Police Department. They have helped us in the past when someone was maybe having too good of a time at the beer garden, that kind of thing.
We've seen it.
Yeah, they've been very good to help us with that. So, and we're really fortunate in that the majority of the people that attend our festival are good folks, and we don't normally don't have any kind of a problem unless it's maybe somebody who's had just a little too much to drink or something.
The word is Haji.
Yeah, that's right.
That happens from time to time, but it's but it's really a family affair.
It is, yeah, and we want it to be that. We want it to be an event that everybody looks forward to in the summertime. Like I said, when I was growing up, we had the powwow, and that was a highlight of the summer for me. I looked forward to that every year, and we want the Pecan Festival to be that kind of an event for our Okmulgee area residents, an event that they look forward to every year. They want to attend. They have a good time, create family memories. That's what we're shooting for.
Okay.
I also want to mention, if some people are concerned, everybody is just feel free to come out. If you want to wear your mask, you wear your mask. I don't think we have any specific requirements.
No, we do not have any requirements.
We will have hand sanitizing stations around for them to use. So everybody come out and just have a good time.
Right, yeah. We're almost rid of the virus, but not yet.
Yeah.
So safety precautions still make sense.
Yeah, whatever anybody feels comfortable with is what we are encouraging them to do.
Okay. Now, if someone wanted to get some additional information, how would they go about doing that?
Please feel free to call the chamber. The number is 918-756-6172. But I will tell you, we're going to be in and out beginning today, and then tomorrow, like I said, we'll be at Command Central. But we'll leave a voice message on the chamber phone giving both my cell phone number and the cell phone number of my administrative assistant, Mallory Brazier. So we try to make it where people can reach us and get information. The Okmulgee Times has been very good about promoting this also. So in last Friday's paper on page 2, they ran a big display ad that had the events by time and date. So I would encourage anyone to find that. It's also on their Facebook page. It's on the Okmulgee Now app. It's on we have a Pecan Festival Facebook page. There's a lot of information on that also. So
great. All right. Well, I want to thank our guests here this morning. Excuse me. Patricia Killian and Kay Brower for talking with us about the Pecan Festival, which is starting just almost spitting distance from here.
yes.
That's right. Thank you, Gary, for having us today.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a short pause here, and we'll be back. Hi, Chief. Chief Hill, you got to cover me is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Mvskoke flooding the other day has got our computer system all
Oh, wait a minute. We
fouled
got
up.
royalty back.
Okay. And so we're having to make this up as we go. But while we got you there, we got brand new royalty. What do you think, sir?
Hey there, I'm very excited, just as well as they are. Had a meeting with them just a few minutes ago, and trying to get all the agenda, upcoming events, and they're they're ready to go to work.
Okay.
Very anxious, and I'm real proud of them, and we're just looking forward to working together and have them for sure that they're going to represent the nation well. Being ambassadors and being a role model to the younger to the younger youth, I guess, and everyone's ready.
All right, well, let's put them to work. Bring them on here. This selection was just made the other day with the Miss Muskogee Creek Nation, Claudia McHenry, and the Junior Miss Muskogee Nation, Gabrielle Noriega. Are you with us, ladies?
Yeah, Congo.
Oh, hey. Okay, now since we're on radio, we're going to ask you to identify yourself when you speak. Just give me your name real quick and get on with it. First of all, who would like to go first? I want to ask you, what's it feel like having been named to such an honor like this?
This is Claudia, and my feeling, I'm just very happy and excited. Ready to volunteer and meet with people and just get out there and finally reap the benefits of all my hard work. Mado.
Now, before you get away from me there, you mentioned hard work. What sort of preparation do you have to go through to get ready for this?
Well, for me, it was practicing my introduction, choosing, what I wanted to present for the cultural presentation, and I'm in my dress, so that took some while into preparation and stuff, and, just picking colors out and making sure it all made sense and, just representing, who I come from and making sure I'm representing it correctly. That's the type of hard work I put in. Mado.
Okay, now our Junior Miss Muskogee Creek Nation.
Hello?
Hello, how are you? This is Gabrielle, right?
Yes, this is Gabrielle. Like what Claudia said, we're just excited and put the hard work in and the time in and just ready to move forward and represent the tribe like we're supposed to. But,
Now, that's a big, huge responsibility representing our nation. Now, we've spoken with other royalty in the past, and they said it was pretty hard. It made them a little nervous from time to time. It was hard work, kind of keeping in character, so to speak. Gabrielle, what's it been like for you so far? I know it was just the other day, but so far, how's it been?
well, it's been nervous, you're ready to keep going and really put your platform out there and everything. I'm ready to show everybody my platform and let everybody know how much it means to me as a person in this life.
And before we get away again, what was that platform?
My platform is effects of COVID-19, like COVID-19 awareness and stuff like that.
We've got our community just now beginning to recover from that virus. What sorts of information did you share?
Well, COVID-19 really affected my family firsthand and everything, and I feel like nobody really understands the effects of it and everything that is put on people, and so I kind of encourage people to, to still go with the mask mandate and sanitize and, push the vaccine sometimes.
Now, with your friends, other Muskogee students your age, are they taking it seriously? Do they understand what we're dealing with here, do you think?
No, I really don't think kids my age understand, everything that's going on. They don't really understand the facts and everything behind it, and they really should, because it's affecting everybody a lot. And I really think, they won't really take it serious until it affects everybody, like how it affected, us firsthand and everything. Nobody really takes it serious until it hits their family hard.
Yeah, it's hit our nation hard. I understand we've lost some elders who were fluent language speakers, and those people you cannot replace. Now, before I let you go here, have you had the vaccinations?
No, I have not yet.
Is it in your plan?
It really hasn't been in my plan, but, if I really need to, I will, just because to be on the safe side about everything.
Right. Okay. Let me speak with Claudia again. Now, what was your platform when you entered this competition?
So my platform is Mvskoke Identity, and I chose that because I believe that it's one of the most important aspects about myself, and I feel like it's really helped me through a lot of things. One question I always ask myself is, if I wasn't a Mvskoke woman, who would I be? And so I try to live by that, and that's something I want to give to other people, to know that it's a treasure to be Mvskoke, and, yeah. But,
Well, let me take that question a step further then. You have a wonderful answer there. And so you are a Muskogee woman. What does that mean?
For me, it's a different realm of things. One of the most important things is like to be a matriarch and be a caregiver. That's who I've seen as a Muskogee woman, is like my sister, my mom, my grandma, taking care of all our family and being strong, and teaching, passing on teachings to each other and keeping it throughout generations. And that also tied in with my cultural presentation. I did a storytelling in the Mvskoke language, and so I just believe that it's one of the most important aspects of our culture. And so that's how I see myself, or that's how I see, Mvskoke identity.
I absolutely agree with you. I'm still in the process of learning our language, and still, I guess, a beginner, but I'm getting there, and it sure makes you feel good when you can share that material, that information, have someone react to you and reply in the same language. Now, as this is, for both of you, going to be an extremely busy time, what kinds of things do you think maybe the changes you'll have to make in your lives to accommodate the duties and responsibilities of your new royalty position? Gabrielle, let me start with you.
I really think it's about changing your time management skills, and you really should be able to adapt to the crown. The crown comes before everything. I play competitive softball, but I know that as soon as the crown needs me to represent and show everybody that I'm there for the sport and everything, I should be there. And that's just how I am. I really like to make sure I have time for everything. But that's what the biggest time thing that is going to change in my life, is trying to adapt to the new schedule and everything like that. Do
you still have time to root for the Sooner women's team?
Oh, yeah, I always have time for that.
Okay, yeah, we're doing pretty good in OSU also. Claudia, the same question again. You're going to have to make such drastic changes in your life, in your schedule, perhaps your priorities. What kind of changes do you foresee making?
Some of the changes I foresee making, I previously held a title, and I was Miss Native at my school at UCO, and so there was a lot of self-led involvement throughout the metro and stuff like that. So here, as this crown and Miss Native or Miss Mvskoke Creek Nation, I will have to go through a lot of preparation with my director and my chaperones and stuff. So that's one thing that I'll have to really be diligent about, is to communicate with them and express things that are bothering me, or be there whenever I'm needed. So yeah.
Now, you mentioned some changes you'll be making there. Now, I assume this is for the both of you going to be making some radical changes in your social life, and kind of things where you spend your own time. Do you think it's going to be something you can handle, Claudia?
Yes, I believe so. Being more socially adept and being who people need me to be, I think I'm ready to do that. To be molded and to be a pillar for others to look at, and to be a prime example of how I'm supposed to behave in certain situations and stuff. So, Meadow.
Gabrielle, the same question. And what kind of changes and new role will you have to assume?
I think the new role and everything I should take is giving people confidence and pushing them to do things out of their comfort zone, because I was never really a sociable person until now, and I really think that's really helped me, earn the crown the way I did, because I really had confidence, and I had confidence in myself to, push myself out of my comfort zone, to be in the spotlight. and I'm never really the type to do that. But I think now it's going to be showing girls that don't like to get out of their comfort zone that they can, and they can do it. They have the courage and everything. But
Okay, well, that sounds like a pretty tough path to follow in some senses, and then something that would make you both very happy. Now, as you progress through the reign, through your year of royalty, you will be going to other tribal events around the nation. Different tribes, different parts of the country, and then probably in the nation's capital. That's a pretty heavy-duty responsibility to be carrying and taking, and what you'll be showing to other nations. Now, have you all thought about kind of what you'll like to present and share when you go meet, say, royalty from other tribes?
Okay. This is Claudia speaking. Some of the things that I want to share is just, I guess, like my platform is just Mvskoke identity, and like how it can apply to them and like their own tribal identity, and how the strength I found in it can be passed and found, in finding themselves and in their culture and stuff. So, yeah, and I'm excited to travel around and, just volunteer and speak with people and, be able to just get out there and network, I suppose. Mado.
Gabrielle?
Yeah, like what Claudia said, have everybody find their identity and really figure out their tribes and everything, because nowadays people don't really, they don't really understand our tribe, and they don't know our culture like we do, because we've been doing it for so long. And I really think that's what we need to bring to other tribes, to show them what we do, to, keep carrying on and everything.
Now, you both will have these opportunities to meet these other royalty, and the tribes in this country are so different from each other. Say the Northwest folks are, with their culture is around the heavy woodlands and fishing and things like that. Then you go to the plains, and they are agricultural people, strongly connected with the horse and that sort of thing. And then, our kinfolk over on the eastern coast, Senecas and Cayugas, those people are different. What is it that you all hope that you will be learning from those other tribes as you meet these other royalty?
This is Claudia speaking. I'm excited to learn, similarities that we might have. You called them our relatives, even though that they're in different locations, So that's what I'm excited to learn about, and, how their customs are, and, maybe relate them so, we can be together or be there together for each other in like a sisterhood of pageantry, even though we represent different tribes. Mado.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gabrielle?
Like what Claudia said again. She's really on the spot with it today. Nah. But,
okay, I'll ask you the next questions first, and then she'll have to follow you.
Yeah, like Claudia said, kind of figure out the similarities and everything, and find out the differences and how they really do everything different, and, try to learn what they're doing and understand, the culture behind everything, and really take in everything and kind of grasp everything into your mind, and really, you can really back it up and everything now. But,
Now, I understand this year's Mvskoke Festival is set for September, and our royalty always makes an appearance there and wanders around and meets people. And in past years, I've seen these young ladies just sweating to death in their costumes. Do you look forward to things like that, and how do you gracefully conduct yourself while you're trying to sweat? That's a silly question.
This is Gabrielle. No, but I think we've really been. Me and Claudia, we both attend like ceremonial grounds and everything, so I really think we're used to being out in the heat and pushing through and keep going and everything. And you do it for everybody that's out there, so you can greet everyone and welcome everybody. And that's just, we've grown up that way. But
yeah, this is Claudia. So, like, as ambassadors, we're going to be put in sticky or sweaty situations. So I think we're ready.
Oh, I think you will be too. Now the rain, your rain, respective rains, have already begun. And how long will you be wearing the crowns?
1 year.
So it will be early June when the next competition comes around for the scholarship pageant, and you will be surrendering your crowns then. This would be an incredible opportunity for growth, for more learning, finding out things that you might have suspected, but now you get to find out whether it's true or not. With all of this opportunity there, what kinds of feelings do you have about coming to an end, so to speak? I know this is projecting a year ahead of time, but after years recognition and honoring and opportunity, what do you hope you'll get out of it? Let me start with Gabrielle.
I think what you're going to get out of the rain and everything is respect and, courage and confidence in everything that you do and put your mind to, because that's what us as ambassadors are. We need to have confidence in everything we say and do, make sure we're always careful about everything too. But what I think I'm going to gain most out of this is probably like friendship with Claudia and mainly confidence, more confidence, most definitely.
This is Claudia. Dang, you're looking all the way to the end. You're trying to make me sad. No, but what I feel like you get out is exactly what Gabby said. It's just what you put in, you're going to get. So if you put in confidence and you put in respect for the people you're representing, you're going to get that back. And so that's what I hope to get. And, I just hope at the end of it we get more people that are involved in the pageant because, in our contest that we just had on Friday, there was just 2 for Miss and 3 for Junior Miss. And I know there's a lot more Mvskoke girls out there, and so I want to give them that confidence. We both do, so that they can take our spot and, be confident in that. And, it is a lot of learning, and I think that'll be something that we'll try to promote, is to try to get more girls involved.
So there's your invitation for them then.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time. I know you've got an incredible schedule already. So we want to say our congratulations to Miss Mvskoke Creek Nation, Claudia McHenry, and to the Junior Miss Mvskoke Creek Nation, Gabrielle Noriega. Sounds like you're going to do a wonderful job for us.
Mado.
Okay. All right. We'll let them go and let them get on with that schedule. Now, we have a little bit of time to share yet, and I'd kind of like to switch the paces here. The piece we did a couple of years back when we visited an establishment run by a Mvskoke woman, Jeanette Overall, and in their nightclub she had what they call a Creek Night with Creek musicians. So let's share a little bit of that.
Smiling Vic right here at Pickles on Stajati Night, Creek Night, right here in Tulsa County, next to Creek County.
That's Mvskoke musician Smiling Vic during one of the bi-monthly Creek Night evenings at Pickles Pub on South Sheridan in Tulsa. The pub is owned and operated by Mvskoke businesswoman Jeanette Overall. This is her night job, with her day spent running her other business, Power Ready, selling backup electrical generators. The Creek Night events are informal sessions, actually, with Creek musicians entertaining at the Creek-owned bar, something that can't be found anywhere else in Tulsa. Owner Jeanette Overall. Is there anything in particular that you have done or you want to see happen that is a native, even Creek flavor to this establishment?
Well, we do have native bands in here. We of course have Smiling Vic, and that's what we call our Creek Night. You know, he plays, of course, at any of our tribal functions and the River Spirit, but really the only other place is here at Pickles, and I appreciate that. He is honoring us by being here and letting us have Creek Night, and I think he has a really good time. It's a more intimate setting than at the casino. He can come and visit, and you know, all the cousins can be here, and we can all have a good time, and so that's why we have Creek Night. We also have Barney Ingram and Medicine Pony. They come in and play, and I sincerely go out and really look to find native musicians to play here.
Is there a particular crowd that comes in? I mean, with the Native American angle, yourself and your entertainers being native, does that draw an Indian crowd, an audience?
Certainly. When we have native musicians, of course. That's why we call it Creek Night on Smiling Vic, because you know, everybody that's loyal and haven't enjoyed his music over the years, they want to come and support him. And I posted on Facebook to support one of our own. I want everyone that is from our tribe to be here and support him.
The night's featured entertainment, Smiling Vic, has been known around the music scene in the area for some time. Friends and family usually show up when he plays somewhere, and he says a native crowd always makes him feel at home. That partially makes up, he says, for missing out on some cultural events.
By, you know, relatives, and I've been here for so long, I don't really have to tell them, you know, and I've played in a lot of bands with a lot of musicians, so yeah, I probably, they probably do know that, I would say. Especially the bands I played in, they've all played with me at Stajati events, you know, all kinds of events, the festivals, all kinds of tribes.
Does it mean something special to you when you do an event like the Mvskoke Festival, an Indian event?
That is one of the best things I've ever done, because you know, you get out here playing Friday and Saturday, you miss the things. You miss the ball games. You miss like the summer. You miss the stomp dances. You miss the powwows because they're on Saturday. You play Friday, Saturday. You play or Monday through Saturday.
What about the effort that Jeanette Overall's put into here at Pickles and making a Creek Night? Is that something special to you?
Oh, man. That's great. That's great. I played in Tulsa all these years, from way back, and that wouldn't be that welcome back then, you know, back in the old days. That was, we'd play and, I just don't want to be, I don't want to sound bad, but that wasn't that welcome a lot of times in those days, you know. And to have a Creek woman own a place and you get to play there, that's like going 360, you know, from where it was or wasn't to where it has become. That's a giant step to me.
Now, when you come to a gig like this Creek Night here at Pickles, and you look out, do you see a lot of brown faces there?
Well, I hope I will. I usually do right here. Now, there's a ball tournament in Oklahoma City, so you know how that is. I mean, the truth of the matter is, Smiling Vic or a ball tournament, well, you know who's going to win.
Overall, feels the relaxed atmosphere on Creek Night has built a loyal customer base and has developed into an almost kinfolk-type ambience among the guests and the music, a goal she strives for in Pickles Pub. The Creek Night angle just intrigues the heck out of me. Smiling Vic, Barney coming down. Does that draw a particularly native audience? I mean, does it show up out there? I mean, can you tell a lot of brown faces as opposed to no?
Gary, there's not a blue eye in here sometimes. You know it draws a lot of brown faces, yes. And, you know, we have great food. So, like, there's one out there right now. She came straight from work. She changed in the bathroom. They're going to have dinner here. And they're waiting for Smiling Vic. And she will, you know, she's here a couple hours early, and she's ready to go. That's the loyalty to him and to Pickles, too. She watches very carefully what we do here. She comes and she checks, you know, what's going on. But, yeah, that's the fun of having Creek Night, is that you're going to know somebody in there. You might probably be related to them. So you might as well just get down here and join in with us. And you don't have to drink. You can come down and eat. We have the best pizza. And we have hamburgers. We have all sorts of stuff that you could come and just have some dinner and enjoy some music and relax and see a bunch of people that you know.
If you were able to size up an idea of the feeling that people want to leave with, what do you want them to take with them after they've had a night out here? How do you want them to feel?
I want them to feel happy, relaxed. They've had fun. They enjoyed the experience. The drinks were good. The food was good. They got to talk to Vic. They got to see people, you know, their friends and hang out and laugh. And I think that's one of the best things about Pickles. There's always people laughing. And that means, to me, that's good. If I can sit in there and I can hear people laughing and smiling and having a good time and up there dancing away, and they do, from the very second that Vic starts, that dance floor will have people on it, and they stay on there all night long. That makes me happy when I go home. I know everybody else had a good time.
At the end of the night, she hopes simply that everyone leaves with a smile on their face. For Mvskoke Radio, I'm Gary Fife. You've been listening to Mvskoke Radio. Join us again next week for more local, tribal, and community news and updates. Mado.